Hi children, welcome to our next class. In last class you learned about the different types of nutrients, how they are useful to our body and which food items have those nutrients. This all about balanced diet and food pyramid and how to preserve the nutrients in the food. This all you learned in last class, right? So today you are going to learn about non-communicable diseases. Before knowing about this, first you should understand the meaning of disease. What actually the disease means. If a person is not healthy socially, mentally, emotionally, then he is treated as diseased person. Then a disease is a condition in which our body or a part of our body not function properly. Not only the body parts, even brain is also your body part. Even feelings are also how the person feels emotionally, how he is mingling with the other people. These are also categorized when he is not behaving well, when he is unable to mingle with the people. This all consider as a disease character. So disease means any part of our body when not functioning properly. Okay. So diseases are of two types of diseases will be. You might have seen in your lifespan many people suffering with diseases, and you might have also undergone for some disease right from your birth. Okay, so in those diseases are not permanent, they are curable. Some days they'll suffer the people and then they get cured easily. Okay, so mainly two types of diseases. People are suffering with two types of diseases. They are communicable diseases and non-communicable diseases. Communicable means which spread from person to person. There are various reasons why they are spreading. How they are caused. This all in detail we will learn in communicable diseases next class. Now you are learning about non-communicable diseases. Non-communicable means which do not spread from person to person. They are not spreading. They do not spread from person to person. They will not spread. If I have any non-communicable disease, it won't be effect to you when you are living with me. It doesn't harm you when you are staying a long time with other person. So such diseases non-communicable, it's not spreading to other person, or non-contagious diseases. It won't contaminate you. Suppose for example coronavirus you have seen. COVID diseases are occurring because of a microbe. They are spreading easily from person to person. And HIV virus, that means AIDS disease, spreads from one person to another person. So there are so many a number of diseases which spread from person to person. Those we'll discuss very clearly in communicable diseases, why they are spreading and which microbe is caused for that. But here non-communicable diseases are not spreading to anybody. And in that, especially some diseases are caused by the lack of nutrients. And before class, you learnt about the types of nutrients, right? So here, some nutrients which you already know about the nutrients we learnt in before class, like carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. These are the nutrients. If these nutrients are lacking in our diet, because of the lack of nutrients, if we get the diseases, such diseases are known as deficiency diseases. So by the lack of nutrients, The diseases which are occurring to the people, they are known as deficiency diseases. In non-communicable only, deficiency, CIENCY, deficiency diseases will call if the diseases are caused due to the lack of nutrients. So some diseases, some deficiency diseases we are going to see in detail now. Now look at this picture. Look at this picture. Are you able to see? You can see the foldings of this baby and the ribs are clearly seen. Skin is folded all over. Are you able to find it? How the ribs are visible, see? How the skins are getting folded on legs. So these diseases are caused by the lack of carbohydrates. The lack of carbohydrates are missing. When we are not eating proper carbohydrates, we'll get this type of disease, and this disease name is marasmus. Marasmus disease is caused by the lack of carbohydrates. So the symptoms for this disease, the child becomes very thin, and that loose folds can be seen on the skin. Just now I showed you how the foldings are occurring on the skin. And the ribs of the child are visible. These ribs are visible. See how the ribs are seen very clearly. So what to do? How to reduce this disease means we should see in our diet carbohydrate rich foods compulsory must be. And you know the food items which contain carbohydrates. Some examples for that: rice, wheat, potatoes, maize, honey, ghee, milk. These all contain carbohydrates. So to avoid marasmus disease, we must eat carbohydrate rich foods. So this is one of the deficiency disease, children. Now if you see, when we go to the next slide, the another slide is kwashiorkor. Kwashiorkor disease is caused by the lack of proteins. By the lack of proteins. You know, proteins are helping. Proteins. Proteins help to build our body, to build our muscles. They are helping for growth of our body, right? So when these proteins are not there in our diet, when we are not taking the food rich with proteins, and you know that which food have rich with proteins, you already know. We discussed in last class, like egg, fish, meat, pulses, milk, this all contain proteins. If the people are not eating proteinaceous food, then you can see the abdomen of the child, this part where the stomach lays, this part is known as abdomen. So this abdomen of the child gets swollen. Swollen abdomen can be seen in this picture, children, and bulges out. It comes out, and the legs become very thin. You can see their legs become very thin, and the abdomen part swells out and it comes front. So these are the symptoms for kwashiorkor disease. The disease name is kwashiorkor. KWASHI, kwashiorkor, ORKOR, kwashiorkor disease. So kwashiorkor disease occurs due to the lack of proteins. Now till now, two deficiency diseases, due to the lack of which protein, which nutrient, you understood. Lack of carbohydrates, marasmus. Lack of proteins, kwashiorkor. Now we'll see one more picture which is caused by the lack of Iron. Iron is compulsory for the formation of red blood cells. Hemoglobin, a pigment is present in our blood. Due to that pigment, our blood cells looks red in color. You know very well. So, iron is very essential for the formation of red blood cells. So, when the iron is not in proper amount, when we are not taking through our diet, and then people suffer with the disease called as anemia disease. Which disease? Anemia disease. People suffers with anemia disease. Now you can see here anemia. Anemia disease is caused by the lack of anemia. Anemia disease is caused by the lack of iron. It is causing by the lack of iron rich foods. When we are eating, we may suffer with anemia disease. What happens when anemia occurs to any person? Very low number of red blood cells. You can see this is the normal person blood cell. See how n number of red blood cells can be seen here. But here the number of blood cells are reduced. So much gap you can see. So this is the symptom of anemia disease. Red blood cells number becomes less. Less RBCs will be. RBC means red blood cells. So these cells will become very less. So what are the symptoms for this disease? Means people feel very weak and pale skin color. Their skin will not show any glowness. They looks very dull skin, pale skin, and express fatigue. Very soon they'll be tired and weak they looks. Then how to reduce this sort of disease? Means by eating iron rich foods like eggs, pulses, dates, green leaves. Green leafy vegetables are very very important. Green vegetables, green leafy vegetables. Many children will say no to this green leafy vegetables, but these veggies are very very important in our diet. Like spinach. Spinach is rich with the iron content. So compulsory you must eat all types of leafy vegetables. Don't say no to them. Understood? And now we'll see the next slide. Next deficiency disease. This is called as goiter disease. Which disease? Goiter disease. You can see the spelling of goiter here. Goitre. Goiter disease means people get swelling near the neck area. Near the neck part, people get swelling. This is thyroid gland. Here a gland is present which is known as thyroid gland. So this thyroid gland gets swells up. Because of this thyroid gland swelling, so the patient's neck appears swollen, and because of this is causing because of thyroid gland swelling is caused because of the iodine, lack of iodine. You might have seen in the advertisements, rock salt advertisement you might have seen. This salt contains iodine rich salt it is, like that they'll give the advertises. So in those advertisements especially they will stress on iodine. Iodine is very very essential for proper functioning of thyroid gland. From this thyroid gland, a hormone is released called as thyroxine hormone. So to release that thyroxine hormone, iodine is compulsory in our diet. If iodine is lacking, then the thyroid gland cannot function properly. This you will read in class 8 also. under endocrine glands. Very clearly you will learn about this. So how to avoid this disease means eat proper iodized salt which we are using that may not have proper iodine. If we use the rock salt is the best source for iodine. That's why our tradition, our old people will say to use more rock salt. Even in making pickles time, all the pickles our elders will make by using rock salt because it is a rich content of iodine. And also fish and seafoods, fishes, these all are having proper amount of iodine. So by eating those all we can avoid goiter disease. Understood, children? So till now how many diseases we discussed? Marasmus, kwashiorkor, anemia, goiter. 4 different types of diseases which are caused by the deficiency of nutrients we discussed. Now we'll see the another type of disease that's known as deformed. Okay, that's called as improper development of bones and teeth. Deformed bones. The disease name is deformed bones and teeth. Bones and teeth proper development won't show. This is because of, in this picture you are able to see these teeth are becoming yellowish color. Some brown color spots can be seen on teeth. This is because of the teeth, this bones and teeth development is not taken place properly. So what is essential for the development of bones and teeth means we need calcium, more amount of calcium we required, and also phosphorus is also very essential for the development of bones and teeth. So these two are called minerals. So minerals are very important for proper growth of bones and teeth. So when we are not using these minerals, when these minerals they are lacking in our diet, then our bones will become very weak and they brittle easily. Okay, when some children fell down, sometimes if they get fracture or anything, it takes long time for curing when they are suffering with these type of diseases. So then how to treat this disease means by using in the same way green leafy vegetables we must eat more, and milk, meat, fishes, pulses, these all we have to use we have to take by our diet, so that this sort of diseases can be reduced. And the next disease is night blindness. Night blindness. The name itself you can understand. Blindness occurs at night time. Means the people cannot see at night time. You can see in this image how this woman is searching the place. She cannot see at night time. She is finding her way by using her hands. So this disease is caused by lack of vitamin A. When vitamin A is lacking in our diet, then people suffer with such type of disease called as night blindness disease. And so to avoid this, we must take more amount of leafy vegetables. See, while eating leafy vegetables, we can get rid of many deficiency diseases like night blindness, deformed bones and teeth, anemia, iodine, goiter diseases. These all we can escape by eating proper amount of leafy vegetables. Compulsory we should see in our diet, leafy vegetables must be. And papaya and carrot are also very rich with vitamin A. When we eat all these sort of food items, then we can avoid the night blindness disease. And one more disease is called beriberi disease. Beriberi disease. This is called beriberi disease. This is caused by vitamin B. Vitamin B is causing. Vitamin B is caused for the lack of vitamin B cause for beriberi disease. Then skin becomes dry and scaly. You can find out some scales on this, on his hands. The image is showing some scales on body. And extreme weakness, person feel very weak, affects the nervous system and muscles. Muscle pains will be more. And weakness, too much of weakness. So this all can be treated again by leafy vegetables only. So leafy veggies are very important for us children. After taking this lesson, you should never skip leafy vegetables. See this beriberi disease, night blindness. We need very less amount of these vitamins to our body, but very essential for us. Understood? So the next disease is scurvy disease. The next one is scurvy, SURVY, scurvy disease. This is caused by vitamin C. Vitamin C, if lacking in our diet, we suffer with scurvy disease. And you can see swelling and bleeding of gums. Gums are swelled like anything, and they are oozing out. Blood is oozing out from gums. So swelling in the gums and bleeding from the gums are causes for scurvy disease, are the symptoms for scurvy disease, and it is caused by the lack of vitamin C. Then what type of food we must eat to avoid this? Amla is very rich source for vitamin C, and amla candies we like, and they are very tasty. So amla we must use in the form of candies or in the form of pickle or anything. And tomatoes are rich with vitamin C. And citrus fruit, any citrus fruit like lemon, orange, they all are rich with vitamin C. So all these sour taste fruits comes under a family called citrus. So all these citrus fruits are rich with vitamin C. When we eat this more, we can avoid scurvy disease. And the last and final disease, that is, this disease name is rickets. RICKETS, not crickets, it is rickets. Rickets is caused by vitamin C. Vitamin D. Vitamin D is cause for the rickets disease. And you can see the person who are suffering with rickets, they'll get bow-shaped legs. Their legs are bended like a bow. They get bow-shaped legs, bent legs, and bending of the spine. Even spinal cord also gets bending legs, bow-shaped legs, and bending of spine are the symptoms for rickets disease. So to avoid this, we need more amount of sunlight, and vitamin D is a very rich source. Is to get the vitamin D sufficient for our body, we must use the sunlight. Sunlight gives us more amount of vitamin D. That's why doctors will tell us to go for a walk at morning time. Morning light is having vitamin D more. So when we go for walk and morning time, we can get more amount of vitamin D, so that we can avoid rickets disease. Understood, children? So in today's class, once we'll recapitulate we learnt about the deficiency diseases, which lack of nutrients, what type of diseases people suffer, and what are the symptoms, how we can avoid those diseases. These all we learnt. So I'll post this PPT, this video in your class group. Go through the video once again, and in textbook page number 21, in your science textbook page number 21, some multiple choice questions are these children based on these deficiency diseases. So these answers you write in textbook itself and forward the pics to me. Okay, and in tomorrow's class we'll discuss about communicable diseases. Okay, thank you.